That persistent, high-pitched ringing that can settle in your ear at any hour. You're lying there in the dark, and the house is perfectly still, but your ear isn't. It just rings and rings. You press your palm against it, like somehow that might help. It doesn't. You've mentioned it to your doctor, maybe more than once, and every time the answer is the same. It's just part of aging. But here's what kept nagging at me. If it's just aging, why does it get louder some weeks and quieter others? Why does stress make it scream? That didn't sound like just aging to me. That ringing has a name, tinnitus. It affects roughly 1 in 7 adults. For those over 65, the numbers climb even higher. Yet one detail usually goes unnoticed. Tinnitus has real, addressable causes. Poor circulation to the inner ear, tension locked in the jaw and neck muscles, an overactive nervous system stuck in high alert. And those causes can be eased with something you already have, your own 2 hands. I've studied this for years and seen how much people struggle. So I've narrowed it down to 5 specific pressure points you need to know. Where to find them, why each one works, and how to use them starting tonight. No equipment, no prescriptions, just your fingertips. Before we start, with the first point, there's a specific detail about tinnitus that changed how I view the entire problem. Inside your inner ear, there are tiny hair cells, microscopic. Their only job is to translate sound vibrations into electrical signals. When blood flow to those cells drops, or when the muscles around the ear tighten, those hair cells start misfiring. They send phantom signals, and the brain, doing the only thing it knows, interprets those signals as sound. That's the ringing. This isn't something you're imagining. It's a physical response happening in your nervous system. And gentle, targeted pressure at specific points can stimulate circulation, release muscle tension, and quiet those misfiring nerves. A peer-reviewed study followed 39 tinnitus sufferers and found significant, measurable improvements in ringing intensity. This isn't folklore. This is the body's own system working for you. The first point is sometimes called ear gate, and that's exactly what it is. The gateway to the ear. Place your index finger just in front of your ear, near the top, right where the ear canal meets the side of your face. Now open your mouth slightly. You'll feel a small hollow, a little dip, open up right under your fingertip. That's the spot. Close your mouth. Press gently with a small circular motion and hold for 60 seconds. Breathe slowly and deeply. Don't rush it. Gentle, consistent pressure is all this point needs. It directly stimulates blood flow at the entrance to the ear canal. Many people feel a subtle warmth spreading around the ear after just 30 seconds. That warmth is circulation returning. That's exactly what you want. And I want to say something about the breath right now because it matters at every point we'll cover today. When you breathe in slowly for 4 counts and out for 6, you activate what we call the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's rest and repair mode. That directly counteracts the fight or flight response, which is a big amplifier of tinnitus. Stress makes ringing louder. Calm makes it quieter. The breath and the pressure work together as a team. Never skip the breath. The second point is called listening palace. I've always loved that name. It tells you exactly what this point governs. You find it right in front of the center of your ear opening. Not the top this time, but the middle. Place your finger there and open your mouth gently. You'll feel a soft dip appear. That's it. Close your mouth and press gently. Hold for 60 seconds, breathing slowly. The pathway that runs through this point travels directly through the jaw, past the cheek and into the ear. Stimulating it sends a calming signal along that entire route, quieting the nerve activity that produces phantom sound. In clinical studies, this is one of the most consistently effective points for tinnitus reduction. Some people notice a faint pulsing sensation. That's completely normal. That's the body responding. For anyone with tenderness around the jaw, gentle pressure is truly enough. You're not forcing anything. You're inviting a response. The nervous system is listening. Consistency creates change, not force. Point 3 is one of my personal favorites, and it lives just behind the earlobe. Find the soft hollow between your earlobe and your jawbone, just below the bony ridge behind the ear. Tuck your fingertip into that little depression and press gently. Hold for 60 seconds. Here's why this one is so powerful. Tinnitus in seniors is often connected to tension in the jaw and neck muscles. When those muscles tighten from stress, they literally squeeze the circulation the inner ear depends on. This point releases that grip. My friend Ruth, she's 83, tried this. The next morning, she called me and said, "I felt the pressure in my ears shift. The jaw, the neck, and the ear aren't separate systems. They're neighbors. They share nerve pathways and blood supply. When one is under stress, the others feel it. That's why tinnitus often gets louder during grief, anxiety, or big life changes. The body holds stress in those muscles. This point is one of the most direct ways to tell those muscles, you can let go now." Now we move to the back of the neck, and this one genuinely surprises people. It's called Heavenly Pillar. Place both thumbs at the base of your skull. Feel for the two firm, ropey muscles that run down either side of the spine. Press inward and slightly upward with both thumbs at the same time and hold. You'll likely feel a deep, dull, aching pressure. That ache is a good sign. It means you've found the suboccipital muscles and they're tight. Research identifies this as a huge contributor. When they contract from poor posture, stress, or sleeping without support, they reduce blood flow through the vertebral arteries. Those arteries supply blood to the auditory cortex, which processes hearing. Less blood flow means more phantom noise. Pressing this reverses that. Now, for anyone with limited hand strength or arthritis, please don't skip this one. Here's your workaround. Take a small, firm, rolled towel or a tennis ball. Lie down on a flat surface and place it right at the base of your skull. Simply rest there. The weight of your own head does the work. I've recommended this to women with severe arthritis, and they find it every bit as effective. The forward head posture from sitting or reading nearly doubles the strain. Pairing this with gentle chin tucks can actively correct the posture, drawing your chin slightly back and down. 1 minute of chin tucks each morning. 1 minute of Heavenly Pillar each evening. Simple and powerful. The fifth point surprises nearly everyone because it's not on the head or neck at all. It's on the hand. It's called fluid gate. Turn your hand palm down. Find the space between your ring finger and your little finger. Move 1/2 inch back into the soft tissue. It passes directly through the ear region. Stimulating it helps reduce fluid congestion and inflammation in the inner ear canal. For anyone who notices tinnitus getting worse after salty meals or in humid weather, this point specifically addresses those fluid fluctuations. These points are even more powerful when the body is cared for from the inside. First, hydration. The inner ear contains fluid called endolymph. As we get older, our sense of thirst diminishes. Dehydration disrupts that fluid balance. 6 to 8 glasses of water is targeted support. Second, watch the sodium. Excess salt causes fluid retention and raises pressure inside the inner ear. Try more fresh vegetables and fruit. And sleep. I have to talk about sleep. Tinnitus and poor sleep feed each other. The ringing is loudest when the room is quiet. The brain fixates on the sound. These points, practiced as part of a wind-down routine, can genuinely interrupt that cycle. So let me give you the complete picture. Point 1, in front of the upper ear opening. Point 2, listening palace, in front of the center. Point 3, windscreen, behind the earlobe. Point 4, Heavenly Pillar, base of skull. Point 5, fluid gate, back of the hand. Each point 60 seconds. Breathe slowly the entire time. The full routine takes under 7 minutes. Once in the morning, once before bed. Within 2 to 4 weeks, most find the ringing becomes softer and less intrusive. Many notice a slight softening after the very first session. One important thing: Acupressure is a complement to medical care, not a replacement. If your tinnitus is brand new, please speak with your doctor. Those patterns can have specific medical causes. What I'm sharing today is for those living with chronic tinnitus looking for daily tools. Here's your one action for tonight. Before you turn off the light, find the soft hollow behind your earlobe. Press gently. Close your eyes. Breathe in for 4 counts. Out for 6. Notice how you feel. Sometimes healing starts with just one finger pressed to the right place. If this helped, leave me a comment. Share this with someone who needs it. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Take good care.